So yeah, so before we get started anyway, there's a little chat button on here. So if anybody has any questions or anything like that, you can just click on the chat button and put your questions through or whatever. Also as well, you'll see on the screen for people who haven't used this before, there's a little mic. So you can click on that and you can unmute yourself. So if you have any questions or if you just want to jump on and say anything at all, feel free to unmute yourself and jump on. So really kind of what this talk is all about, it's really just about us sharing kind of what we're passionate about, and that's kind of all based around our DCN program and our DCN opportunity and really kind of what all that kind of means. So for the people that don't know me, my name is Steve O'Brien, and kind of my background is in personal training. And really for me, my own journey kind of started back around 2001 when I was living in Tenerife in Spain. And at that time, like it was overweight, I was a little fatty, and I was, at the time I was also working in bars. And the way that kind of my day looked like when I was living over there was I'd get up every day around 12, maybe 1 p.m., have a coffee, cigarette, and I just kind of started joining the gym then. So I'd go to the gym. After that then, I'd go grab some chicken and chips and a bit of salad and a Coke, and then kind of that evening probably start work around 7 o'clock. And when I was working in the bars over there, the way we used to kick off every night was by downing a litre of vodka Red Bull between us. That's the way we started every night. And so then throughout the night, my diet would consist of Macca's or whatever fast food that was around there, and then probably anywhere between 5 and 25 drinks, plus about an extra 20 cigarettes then throughout the night. So that was kind of where I was before. And that was kind of my day-to-day thing that I did, and that went on for weeks and months. But I was still doing a little bit of exercise, so I was kind of doing a little bit of something good for my body, which wasn't actually adding too much value to me. But over time, I slowly started to learn a bit about health and nutrition and stuff like that, and that kind of led me to where I am now. And it really kind of completely changed my life around. And it was a long, long journey for me, and it was kind of really because of learning about food and about exercise and learning what I should be eating, it's completely transformed my whole life. And that's what led me into doing personal training. And that's kind of why I'm really passionate about what we're doing here, because we're kind of focused on whole food nutrition and getting people to understand more about that. So we're going to kick off tonight anyway with Lauren. Lauren's going to share about our DCN program and how all that works. So you're good to go, Lauren?
Good, I'm unmuted, thank you. Cool, thank you. So yeah, I'm going to explain our Detox, Cleanse and Nourish program. So it's a 24-day program. We're quite unique in the market, where our number one priority is actually to educate people how to eat wholesome, real foods to nourish and fuel their bodies. So we're not a fad, we're definitely not a diet, we're definitely just about trying to educate people how to have a healthy lifestyle change. So we gently detoxify the body. We put your body through the full 3 stages of a detox. But as I said before, we do this with using real food. So not having liquids for 24 days or definitely nothing like that. So it's split into 3 parts. So the first 3 days is called our detox. So for those 3 days, we're having a lean green smoothie for breakfast, 2 pieces of fruit, and then for the rest of the day, you're allowed to have as much vegetables as you want. So it's not about counting calories or weighing your food or anything like that. The biggest thing that I found during this is that, I wasn't eating enough. So definitely whenever my clients are saying, oh, I'm hungry, then I definitely say during that, during any phase, but especially the detox, to make sure you are eating. Then we go to our 7-day cleanse, which adds back in white meats and also nuts and oils as well. So we've got some really great turkey, fish and chicken dishes in there. And the last 14 days is what we call the nourish. So this is when we add back in red meats and also teach you how to have clean treats as well. I know a lot of people think that clean eating is not, you can't have your treats, but you can. So we want to explain that you can, do that as well. So when you do our program, it comes to you in an ebook. So it's a 52-page ebook that has all of your recipes in there. It's got the meal plan, so it's got breakfast, lunch, dinner, 2 snacks all written out for you. And it's also got the recipes, a shopping list as well. We also add you to our Facebook support group. This is what I love about the program, is definitely we've got a whole community of people that are doing the program and also after the program as well. And we share recipes, help motivate each other. It's just a really, really good support tool whilst you're doing the program and afterwards as well. So that's definitely a really great thing that I love about the program too. So I'm just going to share a little bit about, why I did the program. So I did the program 18 months ago now. So the first time I did it was 18 months ago. My personal trainer put me onto it. I just had a baby and I started putting on weight, and she was only 8 weeks old, and so that alarmed me. I'm supposed to still be losing weight but was putting it on. So she put me on this program, and it honestly changed my whole relationship with food. Prior to the program, I was a massive yo-yo dieter. So I look at it now and I'm actually quite disgusted at what I used to do. So I would do shake diet after shake diet. I would try diet pills, all that celebrity stuff. As soon as a celebrity got on TV and they had something fabulous that would make me lose 10 kilos in a week, I was on it. So I never really realised, what that was doing for my body, or I didn't actually realise I was on like a yo-yo roundabout or anything like that. So it definitely changed my whole relationship. I lost 5 kilos the first time that I did it, and I was breastfeeding at the time, so I didn't actually do it 100% to the book. So I just added in some more things that we recommend when people are breastfeeding. So 5 kilos the first time. My energy was amazing. Even having a newborn and a 2-year-old at the time, I had a lot of energy. The thing that I loved a lot about it is it taught me how to cook again. Not again, actually, I've never actually known how to cook. So it actually taught me how to cook. Before the program, if you asked me to make you a healthy meal, I would have baked you some chicken and boiled you some vegetables and just served it with nothing. That's what I classed as healthy. Like, I didn't really understand that you can have all these delicious meals, all these herbs and spices, and you can make really amazing food. So I'm so thankful for the program for teaching me new cooking habits, and also I've been able to definitely pass that on to my family now as well. My kids are really into health, and that, my son's only 4 and he already understands a lot about health, which I'm really proud of. So definitely has changed my whole relationship with food, and I definitely recommend the program if you're looking to get yourself started on a clean eating, healthy lifestyle. So unless there's any questions about the program, you can just put it in the chat and I can answer them as we speak further tonight. But that's me, and that's my story about the program. So I'll pass back to you, Stephen.
Awesome. Super stuff, Lauren. Thank you. So then I've seen some incredible results with the program, and it's really mind-blowing. And the stuff that really stands out for me isn't the weight loss stuff, because I believe that people can lose weight by just changing a few things in their diet. What the big things that stand out for me really is what's actually happening to the body at a cellular level. So like, we've had loads of people like with digestive issues and it's completely cleared up, skin issues, people just completely lacking energy. And so it's kind of really, because we really focus on loading up the body with really rich nutrients constantly, the body starts to function so much better, because you probably heard the saying, you are what you eat. And that's really about what you put into your body is going to portray on the outside and what's going to start to come out. So like, parts of our program as well, as we do use a whole food fruit and veg capsule. And the whole idea of that is really just to boost up people's nutrients every day and help you to bridge that gap. So I'm going to pass you off to Ronan. He's going to share a little bit about the product that we use and why we use it. Over to you.
How's it going, everybody? I'll just talk a little bit about the products that we actually integrate into the program. And again, so basically I was introduced to this product and the DCN program probably about over a year ago. I'm actually Stephen's brother, but I actually came over to Australia about a year ago, and well, it's over a year now, and he actually introduced me to this DCN program. Before he actually introduced it to me, I used to, as he was the same when he was growing up, like he never really knew about the whole nutrition side of being healthy. I used to go to the gym and stuff like that, but I used to think that was enough until I started actually getting serious in the gym and trying to actually get results from it. But because my diet was so bad, I couldn't get the results that I was after. So when Stephen actually introduced me to this DCM program, it completely changed, like Lauren said, it completely changed my perspective and the way I perceive food and the way I actually acknowledge what it's actually doing in the body, rather than just something to just fill me up. It's actually working inside my body to actually help it run at its full potential with all the nutrition inside it. Basically, I was living down in Melbourne a couple of months ago, and I had a very bad injury down there, and because I was taking these whole food supplements, and because my diet was after changing over a long period of time, I believe that the rich nutrition in my body actually caused my wounds to actually heal a lot faster than was ever expected. Like even the doctors and stuff were saying to me that my wounds and stuff they've healed. They couldn't believe how fast they actually came out of it. But yeah, I'll just talk a little bit about the products themselves. So the products we use are basically a whole food, fruit, vegetable, and berry supplement. So they're actually made up of 27 different fruits, vegetables, and berries, and they're actually grown on farms specific to the company. And they're looked after by third generation farmers. So the soil that they use to actually grow the fruits and vegetables, they contain no pesticides or herbicides, and they're actually tested frequently to make sure they're up to the quality standard. Well, once the fruits and vegetables are actually picked from the trees, each individual type of fruit and vegetable then is cold pressed. They're not blended, because when you blend fruit and vegetables, it actually creates heat, and that can kill some of the nutrients. And obviously the nutrients are something that we're trying to preserve in them. So they remove the water, salt, and sugar from it, and you're left with a nutrient-rich powder. So all they do is basically blend up all the different types of vegetables together, fruits together, berries together, and they encapsulate it. And it's what we take every single day then. And it's not there to replace fruit and vegetables whatsoever, but it's just a way of guaranteeing that you actually get rich nutrients into your body every single day. It basically bridges the gap between what we should eat to what we actually eat. So rich nutrition is so important to fuel our bodies, because every day in your body there is cells dying and there's new cells being produced. It's a never-ending cycle. So the cells that are being regenerated, they do so from the nutrients of the food that we actually eat every single day. So if you're eating low nutrient-rich food, over time it will cause your cell structure to weaken. These weak cells then inside your body, they essentially are the starting point for disease. Consistent nutrition then over time will improve your cellular health, which actually helps your body to run at its full potential and actually keep you healthy. So that's the purpose of the Juice Plus then, to guarantee that we get that rich nutrition into your body every single day, and they become actually the building blocks then for rich cellular health. So we also work with a macronutrient plant-based protein shake that we actually incorporate into the DCM program as well. The shake, again, it's not there to replace real food whatsoever, but is there as a snack. So if you're running late to work in the morning, or you were stuck in a meeting or something similar like that, you could have the shake, because at least you're getting all the nutrition that you actually need, rather than having nothing at all, which is actually a lot worse for your body. That extra whole food intake, then it also helps you to speed up your metabolism, which actually will help you to burn more fat as well. I actually personally use the shake every day after training, because it's real natural protein, and it really helps with recovery. On the products themselves, there's actually been over 30 independent peer-reviewed studies done on the product all over the world, in all different universities all over the world, and just basically to actually prove that the product does what it says it does in the human body. And it actually is the most scientifically researched nutritional product in the world. The company then, they're also dedicated to children's health, and they actually have a chewable version of the product. So that's them there. This chewable version of the product, they actually give this to children up to 18 years of age for free for up to 3 years when the parent actually takes the capsules themselves. So it really just shows the company's dedication to children's health and basically what we're all about. That's basically it about the role of nutrition and why we actually feel that Juice Plus is something that can actually benefit everybody. So if you have any questions there, you can just leave a comment in the chat or whatever afterwards, and I'll have a look at it, or you can just speak up.
Awesome. Thank you, Ron. Cool. So what I wanted to do is just get a couple of people to share, because there's a couple of people here that have done the program or taken the products, and just want to get a couple of people to share their story of what it's really kind of done for them. Vanessa, would you mind sharing how you went with the program and what it's done for you?
Yeah, wow. Okay. Hi. Where do I start? I have so much to say. I'm very much similar to Lauren's story. I relate so well to that I've always been a yo-yo dieter. I've always struggled with weight and thinking that what I was doing was healthy, and but still struggling with no energy and carrying weight. And anyway, I was training with Anne, and Anne was telling me about the DCN, and I think it took me a few times. I kind of said, yep. And then I walked away and went, no, I can do this. I can do this on my own. I know what to do. I know what to do. I preach to everyone else, but, it just wasn't happening for me. Anyway, so I decided to start, and I loved it. It was just such a sustainable way to eat and to keep it as a lifestyle. Yes, the 3 days was torture, but it's 3 days of your life. It was, at the end, I just really loved it. I felt like I was on cloud nine, not only because I lost a bit of weight. I think I ended up losing about 4.1 kilos, and the centimeters was my astonishment. I just thought, wow, like I could fit back into clothes that I'd had tucked away, and the centimeters had come off, and I wasn't bloated anymore. I always struggled with whatever I ate. I just felt so bloated. And and then to continue on, it was just so easy. That's what I loved. I didn't feel like I was on this, as we say, diet. I just felt like, wow, this is life, and I can so do this forever. Then, taking the capsules, everyone was starting to comment on my skin, if anything, that they just said, wow, you're glowing. And overall, I can never explain it. I just felt the whole experience, taking the capsules and being on the DCN, and the way I feel, I just am, I don't know, I'm just so happy. I feel really great. Something has clicked in my head, and I feel like I can just keep going. It's endless. I'm loving it. I love it. And my kids are on the Juice Plus, and I wished I could have bottled what my daughter said the other night. She was sitting there with her usual, meat and 3 veg. And sometimes I try and sneak in a few more. And she said to me, Mum, I don't think I couldn't eat more and keep eating more and more veggies. That's just easy to take those capsules that you're giving me. And I just thought that was gorgeous. I thought I could have just recorded that. It was just beautiful. So they love it. My youngest one dishes out their little capsules, and it's just, we're all on this real healthy lifestyle, which we're loving. It's good. I've had one word for it. I'm still hunting for that one word, but life's great. I'm just on this new headspace of,
Awesome.
I don't know. But it's great. I want to thank Anne for introducing me to it. I want to thank you guys. It's a great support team. I loved interacting with everyone on the DCM page. Everyone always likes to feel like they belong, or they've got support, and blogging and hearing everybody's stories. It's just a real inspirational journey, really. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yes, thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. It's really inspiring to hear that it's not just you that has starting to change your way of thinking and eating, but it's also now coming off onto your kids. and they're
Oh,
starting,
definitely.
they're starting
Yeah.
to benefit from it as well. And I've heard that
Yeah.
so many times where one person in a family would start and jump on and do the program, and then because of them improving their eating habits, the rest of the family start to improve their eating habits. And I think
Definitely.
it's really, really cool. And also, as well, like the great thing about what we do with that is it's not a diet or a quick fix. It's a lifestyle. It's just simply about helping people create those new healthy eating habits for long-term health. So I think that's really, really cool. I think I was going to get someone else to share as well. Was it Madison?
That's me.
How are we doing?
Hey, so I guess my story is a little bit different to everyone else's. I never joined the DCN program for myself, particularly. My background is I'm a medical research scientist, so my job is to develop different treatments and drugs for a range of different conditions, and I also work with the cardiothoracic surgery team at the Mater hospitals. So pretty much all day, every day, I work with patients who come in like today and are going in for like a double bypass or what we call a cabbage. And they're in there solely because of their own choices that they've made their entire lives. And so basically, I've worked with these people for 6 years now. I work with them before. Obviously, I'm in the surgery during and then after. And I've always found it very frustrating trying to explain to people that this is a preventable surgery. And I don't think a lot of people realize how massive of a surgery it is when they're having their chest cranked open for a whole room to see. So I've always personally, well, not always, but for at least the last 5 years, had a relatively healthy diet. My motto is eat in abundance. I don't like to restrict myself. If I want a piece of cake, then I'll have a piece of cake. But I also eat a hell of a lot of fruit and vegetables every day. And looking at my bloods, I can see how healthy it is, and a lot of other people like myself, how good it is. And I don't see people who are eating this way on the table when I walk into theatre every day. So my DCN journey basically started when I was on Facebook and I saw an old school friend, Shania. She'd always posted about this amazing DCN product, and pretty much I thought that it was a gimmick. I saw it and I just kind of thought it was a joke, because as soon as I see the word detox, it really rings alarm bells for me, because normally for most people a detox is like a juice cleanse or going on shakes for 30 days or something ridiculous like that. So I just clicked out of it out of interest one day to actually see what it was and registered my details. And Shania called me up the next day and talked, and I was like, oh, this sounds really good. But it wasn't until she sent me the links. And obviously for me being a research scientist, as soon as I saw that there was numerous scientific clinical papers, and I read them, and there were quality papers in reputable journals, that's what I took the bait then. I was like, what is this? So I spoke to her a bit more, and for me it's more about spreading the message that you don't have to have some disgusting diet where you're just having celery shakes for breakfast, lunch and dinner. You can eat abundance and be healthy as well. So for me, it's not just the product, it's the program itself, teaching people how to start again and really get back to eating healthily without even thinking about it. It's just a lifestyle for everyone. So for me, I never thought that I would really benefit from it myself. I was like, I already eat really healthy. I more want to do it just to show everyone else that I'm doing it. But then I started realizing I wasn't having my coffee in the morning. I wasn't having my coffee in my morning tea. I started realizing my nails were growing, which was actually really annoying because I have to cut them off to wear gloves every day. But hair was nice and healthy. Just little things like that. Things that I didn't think I would improve because I already thought I was living a healthy lifestyle. I was blown away that it was, I kind of obviously I was overconfident, thinking that I was Miss Healthy over here, and the benefits it's done for me as well as my patients as well, letting them know, do this. You don't have to come in for this huge surgery. You don't need me to make you some drugs. Eat in abundance and eat some good food and look at the amazing effects. You don't even have to try. So pretty much that was mine.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. That's really inspiring to hear. It's great to hear different type of stories and people with different backgrounds and stuff. And it's really cool as well that you kind of went out of your way to do all your research and everything before actually jumping on and jumping into it. And I think that's something that's really cool about this, that like we've got nothing to hide with it, and we're there to share exactly what we're about with people, and that we're not trying to put people on any crazy diets whatsoever or restrict people from having stuff that they do really enjoy, because that's the idea of the program, is that of course during the 24 days we do get them to stop any caffeine, alcohol, processed food, just so they get that full benefit. But then afterwards it is about people having that still enjoying things that they want, and using like the 80-20 rule. So I think that's really cool as well. So then obviously from here, like what we've been doing is we've reached out to a lot of people now that have done this program. There's been thousands of people that have done the program. So I know in order to reach out to more people, what we're simply trying to do is team up with other people and really try and show people how that they too can actually help to inspire other people to make an impact on their health. And we've had loads of people that have really had an impact from actually doing the business side to what we do as well. So before I'm going to share a little bit about that, I'm going to get one or two people just to share a story about the business side and what that's actually done for them. And Ben, do you want to just share what it's done for you?
Hello. Is it working?
Yeah.
Yep. So I started the business. I'm a personal trainer by trade, as well as a physical therapist. So I'm massive into looking after people and looking after people's health. I guess I started the business just over about a year now, actually, and it's done quite well. And I guess it's done quite well only because the product does what it says it does, but also the business model works in such a way that it's teaching us more about business. And for me, when I started out as a personal trainer before, well, even now, what I found was I was working lots and lots of hours and lots of sessions trying to keep up with the bills. Even though, my passion is to help others, I do have a side of the business. I do have a part of the business needs, I need to pay the bills. And so that led me down a road of, being overworked, pretty much ended up in adrenal fatigue. So meeting Steve and him teaching me a little bit about the business, and meeting the whole Juice Plus team, teaching me about the business. But what I learned from the Juice Plus company was how to run my own business as well. So I incorporated that into my personal training business as well as my health clinic, and that's allowed me to expand using their business model. But I joined mainly because I needed some time, and I wanted to spend time with my family. I've got 2 boys, and what that's done for me is I now have a secondary income coming through. So even though I still have my personal training business and my health clinic, I also have Juice Plus, or the Detox Cleanse Nourish program, to help pay for some of those bills. So it's really exciting, because now I don't work 6 days a week anymore. I only work 3 days a week. So that's helped a lot. I see my boys. I get to take them out. Where I see myself in a couple of years, because every business takes about 2 to 3 years in growth before it stabilizes. And I reckon that in another 2 years, I should be able to give up one of my other businesses, maybe sell off my personal training business, just so that I can do this a little bit more, and then maybe in 5 years' time, possibly sell the health clinic as well. It's just an easier way to do business without the overheads, which is, you know, massive for what I currently do. Yeah, so anyone who's interested in it should definitely jump on board, but they need to understand, I guess, they need to want to personal develop themselves and understand that it is their business. Then they're no longer being employed, so it's whatever they make of it. So the more hours you put in it, the more you learn about actually running a business, it'll benefit them. So any questions, I guess?
Awesome. Cool. Lauren, do you want to just, I'll pass it on. Lauren, do you want to just share?
Sure, I'll share my business story. So I've been in the business just over 18 months now. So I started the business just after I did the program myself. I became what we call a raving fan, telling everybody about the program. My personal trainer I did the program through told me about the business. I wasn't really interested the first few times she told me, but after I kept sending more and more people to her, she said, look, just really look at this, even if it earns you, the money to get your products back. And I kind of thought, oh, well, I was on maternity leave, what have I got to lose just if I make, money to make my products back. I never really looked at this to begin with as an actual business. But straight away, I was introduced to people that were motivated and like-minded. Beforehand, I was a bank manager, so I haven't come from a health background. So that's also just for the people out there that aren't in a health background, letting you know you don't have to be in a health background to be successful in this business. So I was a bank manager for 10 years, managing 18 staff members. I loved my job. I loved working with people and seeing them develop in their career. But having 2 kids, I knew that, the work, they say work-life balance at work, but there's no such thing as a real work-life, balance when you have to be at work, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I soon saw this as an opportunity for me to be able to still have a successful career, still help people, but, being able to do it around my kids. So I decided to go to a conference in Barcelona October last year. So that was, 5 months after being in the business. So it was a big call for me to do that. But I went there and it honestly just changed a lot of things about, how I saw this business and gave me this big picture of what this business and company was all about. So since then I've been able to, I gave it a real strong yes in my business. And since then I've been able to resign from my bank job. So I did that in early March this year. I was able to do that. And one of my goals was to be able to drop my son off at preschool and be able to pick him up. And I was able to do that. And that's just been, an amazing, thing that I can do. So I also went to Birmingham in February as well, and Hamilton Island in May as well. So I obviously love this business. My passion now is to definitely show other people, especially mothers out there, that they can have it all. They can have a successful career, earn money, good money, and also be there with their kids. So that's my mission. I guess for the people that are thinking about, joining us, or if you're on the fence, don't think too much about how you're going to do this business. Just think about your why and why you want to do it, whether that be just to travel more or a little bit more money, or to have time with your family. The how will teach you how to do that. It's your why that really needs to drive you as to why you want to do an opportunity like this. So, any questions, just ask me in the chat. But that's my business story.
Cool. Thank you, Lauren. Awesome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly share a little bit more into the business side and how it actually all works. So like our business is really cool because everybody's doing this type of business every day anyway. The only thing is you're not getting paid for it. So whether you realize it or not, you're always promoting something and you're always telling people about some sort of product or some sort of service. And like a perfect example of this would be, say for example, you went to a hairdresser's. So I haven't been to a hairdresser's for a long, long time, but I'm sure if I went to a hairdresser's and I had a good experience, I'd tell somebody about it. So like, just imagine that you just come out of hairdressing and someone's just saying to you, oh my God, your hair's looking really well. Where did you get it done? And you can say, oh, this new place just down the street is opened up. You should definitely go check it out. It's really cool. So what you're doing there is you're basically selling the hairdressers to someone. And this happens with watching movies. This happens with going to nice restaurants. When you have a good experience somewhere, you automatically tell somebody about it. So every time you tell somebody about an experience, you're selling to them. So whether you think of it or not, you're actually selling to them. So the thing is, like, if you went to a nice restaurant, you had a really good meal, got good service, and then you turn around the next day and you told a couple of people in work, oh, you should go check out this place. It's really good. Then they grab a few friends the next weekend, go check it out. The thing is, the restaurant isn't going to call you up and say, thanks for sending in those 5-6 people. Here's a check for $100. Thank you for that. But the thing is, like, we've had such an amazing feedback from a program and such amazing results that people are automatically telling others about it. But the cool thing is with our business is that we get paid to do that. So our business works as a franchise business. But the cool thing with our business, our franchise business, is that it doesn't cost you 50 to 100,000 to get started like a traditional franchise business. Most of the traditional franchise business, as well as that, when you start them up, you're investing a lot of money into them. Plus then you're going to be spending the next 2 to 3 years just trying to make that money back that you've invested in. And then you've got the next couple of years to actually try and start to make a profit. Whereas our business, it literally costs you $137.50 to get started, and you can make money from the word go. So kind of a couple of reasons why you might want to look into having or look at a business opportunity. I'm just going to share my screen for a second. So like, if you were to have a look at a business opportunity and a way of creating an additional income for yourself, this kind of shows you kind of what the ideal business may look like for you. So like being able to work from anywhere you want and work whenever you want, to have a business that's going to allow you to build residual income. So but what residual income is it's an income that's going to come in month after month, whether you're working or not. So for a majority of people, we get paid on linear income, which basically means you work for an hour, you get paid for a week. Or if you're on a salary, you work for, you're getting paid by the hour, or else you're getting paid by the week, whatever day it is. The thing is, when you're getting paid linear income, when you stop working, you stop getting paid. Whereas on the residual income, you build it up. So say, for example, if you went away and you wrote a song and the song became famous and then that kept getting played over and over and over again, you're going to get royalties every time it gets played. So you've put in all that work, you've written the song, you've got it produced, everything, and then you've put it out there. You're not getting paid while that's happening. But then once you put it out, you're going to continue to get paid month after month. So the cool thing with our business is that majority of people that do the program are going to get good results. They'll stay on the product long term. The company also gives us our own virtual office. So what this means is that we can work from anywhere we want as long as we have internet. If you wanted to do the program, I'd simply put in your details through the virtual office. The company would then ship the product out to you. The company would bill you, and the company pay us every month. So that part is pretty cool. So basically, we don't have to buy any stock, or we don't actually have to physically buy and sell product, nor do we have to touch any money. So kind of looking at other reasons why you may want to have a business, and it could be about having mentors, having support, having like-minded people around you, having systems in place that's actually going to teach you how to work towards whatever goals that you may have. And then as well, like, your goals could be just to pick up your kids from school every day. It could be to take an extra holiday. It could be to buy a new car, no matter. So whatever it is, there's lots of different reasons why you may actually look into doing a business opportunity. And the cool thing with our business is, as well as that, it's basically done on your time. So if you're someone that thinks, oh, I wouldn't have time to do a business or whatever, the thing is, we do this business while we're out and about. So if you're out meeting with friends, or if you're in the gym, no matter where you are, you're going to be chatting with people. So if you're chatting with people, why not introduce them to the program? So if you're chatting about health, exercise, whatever it may be, and if someone's saying, oh, I want to lose weight, or I'm lacking energy, and if you have a tool that can actually help them, of course you're going to share it with them. Not everybody's going to want to do the program, but of course you're going to share it with them. And then we just send them information. And if they want to do it, great. If they don't want to do it, great. Or at least we're just offering something to try and help them. So I'm just going to share a little bit about how our business works with something called leverage. Because like I said at the start, I'm a personal trainer. So I just want to kind of show you what it looks like for me if I wanted to leverage in a personal training business. So say, for example, if I started up my business as a personal trainer and I open up my own studio, and say if I'm training 30 clients, so if I want to leverage my business and create extra income coming in through my business, there's a couple of things I can do. I can start charging more per session. I could start working more hours, which I wouldn't want to do. But what I could do is I could go in, I could find 3 people that are looking for to be working as a personal trainer. I'll bring them into my studio, I'll coach them, I'll mentor them, and I'll help them to build up their clientele. So of course, we'll get these guys up to doing 30 sessions a week. What happens now is my business has gone from doing 30 sessions a week up to doing 120 sessions a week. And the way I did that is I brought people in and I coached and mentored them and I helped them to build up their clients. Now, of course, these trainers are going to be making the most money for each of their clients, and then my business is going to be taking a little cut out of that. That's just the way the business works. No matter what kind of business you look at, that's the way it works. The people come in, they're doing the job, they're going to get paid most of the money for that thing, and then your business will take a little bit of a cut out of it. And that's exactly the same way our business works as well, which is pretty cool. So kind of referring back to the residual income part, there's another way you can actually build up residual income, and that's if you're really good at saving. So I just want to show you this for the example. So say, for example, you went away and you're really good at saving and you save 250,000 and you stick that into the bank, and then the bank gives you, say, 3% interest. That's actually going to give you $625 every single month. So if someone hands you 250,000 tomorrow, you stick it in the bank, you're going to continue to get $625 every single month, month after month. Now, cool thing with our business is you can actually get $625 a month as well. Pretty simple. So say, for example, you have a couple of friends that want to lose weight, they want to increase their energy, they just want to improve overall health, whatever it may be. You share the program with them. Say you build up to 20 DCN customers. Then the company is going to give you $625. And they're going to keep giving that to you every single month as long as they stay with you as a customer. Now, what do you think is easier? Saving $250,000 or finding 20 people that want to improve their health? So for me anyway, it would be finding 20 people that want to improve their health. So another cool thing about our business is that, like I said a minute ago, it's a franchise business. And if you want to think of it this way, when you buy into the franchise, you actually also getting a license to not only share the products and program, but also to share the franchise business as well. So the company, if you went away and say you found 3 other people that would like an extra income coming in, perhaps they want to pay off bills, go on extra holiday, they have to spend more time with kids, whatever it may be, and say you went away and you shared it with 3 people, and each of those 3 people wanted 625, so they got 20 customers each. The company is actually going to turn around and give you more money. So just by them going away doing that, because you introduced them to the business, the company is going to pay you $1,000 a month, every single month coming in. And now between yourself and these 3 people, if between the 4 of you, if you went away and you shared it with another few people, you might have other people that might want an extra income for some reason. And say, for example, you built it up and you had 8 of you altogether, 8 people, they're going away and they're trying to build up to that $625. The company is going to give you $2,000. And of course, all these 3 people there, they can go and share it more and they can build up their 2,000. So say, for example, you have 8 there, and then say sharing more went up to 24, then the company is going to give you $8,000 per month. And let's just say over a couple of years, you've been out sharing with people, talking with people, and between you and everybody else that you've been working with, and say you build up to 100 people, the company is going to turn around and start giving you $30,000 every single month. So this is just giving you kind of a rough idea of what it actually looks like to make money within this business. And this is the kind of reason, like how Lauren was saying, she was able to cut back from her current job and be able to completely give it up, spend more time with her kids. Ben was saying as well that he's able to, from working long hours non-stop, working 6-7 days a week, to be able to cut back to working 3 days a week. And it's because of that. And because of the program is giving people such incredible results, people are all automatically sharing it with people anyway. And for me personally, I've cut back to working 3 days a week as a personal trainer. I also used to work 5-6 days a week. And I'm just about to move into doing this business full-time now as well. And what this business has also allowed me to do is, just like Lauren, I've been to Hamilton Island. I went back to went to Birmingham last February. My wife is from Brazil, and now from this year we're going to be spending a month in Brazil every year. I'm going to be going back, so I'm going to Brazil for this Christmas for a month, and then next February I'm going to be going over to Birmingham for a month, and then we're going to be going over to Asia as well for 3 or 4 weeks as well next year. So, and because of this business has allowed me to do that, because all I need is internet connection and a phone, and I can do this business anywhere in the world, which is pretty cool. So some of the kind of things people may think about this business is that I can't do it because I don't have time. And the thing is, if you have goals you want to achieve, anybody can make time to do this, because all you need is a couple of hours a day, which is pretty cool. If you think, oh, I can't sell or anything like that, the cool thing is we're not looking for people that are salespeople, because salespeople are really pushy. All we simply do is share with people. There's so many people out there that would do anything for an extra income. There's so many people out there that would love to be able to step away from what they're doing and actually focus on stuff that they're really passionate about. And there's also so many people out there that want to improve their health. And there needs to be people out there that can help people like that. So like our business is truly focused on helping other people either impact their health or impact their lifestyle. So guys, if this kind of stuff made sense to you about the program, if that's something that made sense to you, or about the products or about the business, or you want to try and find out a bit more, just get in contact with the person that shared that even invited you along tonight. Get back to them, have a few questions with them, and let them know what you actually liked about tonight. So guys, if anybody has any questions, I'm going to open it up to you, and if not, then we're going to finish off. So I'm just going to unmute everybody for a second, so if anybody has any questions, just fire away. No? Anybody want to sing a song? Hi. All right, cool.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Everybody have a night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.